Morning, everyone. Oh, well, looks like we've got a carabao. And that's where the snake is, somewhere there. So it's a good morning from the carabao, and it's a good morning from me. Absolutely lovely. Someone's enjoying a nice bath, and it's quite mild today. So it's quite a nice day. This morning's quite nice, it's mild. And there's no sun out, but we're probably expecting a little bit of rain. How nice is that? Absolutely lovely. Yep, go on, plonk yourself down. Absolutely lovely, with a nice cup of coffee, if you can afford one. Right, we're on a walk. It's like there's dogs all over the road. Hopefully we're quite safe. It's like Mr. Duck. Hi, good morning. The pups, I think. I don't know what that one's got. Oh, got something to eat, I think. So long as it's not eating my leg, I'm not bothered. Right, so we're on a walk this morning, guys. Yep. You've got it. Right, let me reverse the camera. Right, so we're on a walk this morning. Quite dark on this camera, so it's not catching light very good. But I've got my settings turned up, and you know, I'm watching for dogs. So that's what it looks like. Absolutely beautiful this morning. Can hear some cluck cluck. Right, I hope it's actually not going to start to get really sunny, because I'll actually get sunburned. So looks like this sugarcane's doing okay now. Right, so it's just a little walk this morning, and I've got a sock. One sock keeps pulling down and one sock's okay. So maybe there's no elastic in it. Right, so I'll have a little walk. Looks like there's some guys up there at the new farm. So I can hear something, I don't know what it is. I know what the bird is, don't know the name of it. Right, so we'll have a lovely little walk this morning. Take care. Right, guys, happy Sunday morning. Yeah, sometimes they actually do work here. Well, a lot. They work here a lot. Now, it looks like these kids are pulling all these sticks and pieces of wood out. So, you know, you can see them a little bit. Looks like, but they've got dogs. So I need to find a stick. And that's it, crazy. You know, I ought to just get a stick, put a piece of rope, can't even find rope, put a piece of rope round it, and then keeps the dogs off, really. So that's what I'm going to do now, actually. I'm going to snap another branch, which gets a bit crazy at times, but I've spotted one here, and quite a big one. So I'm going to snap this branch. Right, so it's a Sunday morning. Looks like everyone here in the province has gone, and it looks like this dog's a little bit keen. Let me get this stick. Looks like everyone's collecting firewood, and the two dogs have gone. Morning! Have to be really careful with these dogs. And that's why, see that's why I snapped that off, because the other two were keen, and one actually came really far, close up to me. So let's reverse the camera. Right, you'll see the guys at the back. There's a lady and just the kids. And they've been getting a bit of dead wood off these trees. And I saw the two dogs, the three dogs. And I thought I could see one were coming up. And I know when the dog's going to bite, and he would probably bite. So I snapped a branch off in his face, and he backed off. And then they come back and they had a little bark, and I thought, yeah, Crazy dogs. And I know that Andrew actually know them dogs. And like I said, I need to start to carry. What I need is a ball, or right, and a sheaf. And then it's a, just warn the dog. Warn them off, because they really are dangerous. And that's it here when you start to walk around the province. Should have got a little video on it, but they are really dangerous. They're a bit crazy. Right, so we're on a walk. It doesn't look like there's a lot of people around today. Now, I don't know if this video is going to turn out good, because I know my legs are itching. Let me just have a look. I want to have a look down here. See what's here. There's that many things changing. So, I'm normally in Mercia. Well, last month, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, I was in Mercia, covering Mercia Market. But Jovaline, she never made a penny really. So, it were a lot of hard work, lot of big effort, and no money, Carabao Pool. So that's it, look. Beautiful morning here. I'm glad that sun's behind the clouds. So that were it, guys. I would like to get into Mercia, but we haven't got the petrol. So we normally have 2 days off now. And with a little bit of petrol, we do need to go into town. There's a lot of these lovely butterflies around today. A lot of these yellow ones, look. Don't know what that flower is there. Quite a nice red. So that's what she's looking for. Probably some pollen. Right. So, I'm normally actually in Mercia. And which I like to be. But like I said, just ain't got budget. Can't get in there. Not much fun really. Nice little bit of dead wood there. For your fire. Right. I could do with these rocks. I need a wheelbarrow. Not to be expensive as well, yeah, a wheelbarrow. And, there's a lot of mosquitoes around now. Right, so, I normally go into Mercy and I do the market. And, see, I can hear there's always dogs around. Like I said, I need a ball or with a sheaf. And then I've got it on me all the time, and it's safe, I'm safe. So... Because them 2 dogs, one came up, and I know for a fact he would have beat. And they're in a bad tacking. I've got videos of dogs here, but I will not put them on. I will not make a video of them. Let me just check behind. Right, we're okay behind. And the reason I won't make a video is because they're in such a bad way. They're in such a bad tacking. If you saw the videos, you guys from Europe, America, if you've never been in, you saw the videos, you think, God. So I can't really put them on, because a lot of people don't like to see reality, do they? It's real, it's reality. You like to see a pair of tits and a nice ass, but you don't like to see the real thing. I'm not talking about sex, I'm talking about real life, hardship here in the Philippines, poor people, it can be very hard. So that's life here in the Philippines, and I had to laugh, I'll not go on about, I was going to say, I was going to go into a topic, but I won't go into that topic. So, lovely sugar cane. Yes, it's the Sugar Island, and it's what they grow here in the Philippines. Billionaires. And it's very hard work. Not for the billionaires, it's not. That's how it goes, if you're a rich billionaire, millionaire guy, good luck to you. You've got your feet up somewhere in the Philippines, Thailand, wherever you are in the world. So... it's quite humid as well, very humid now, and I can feel that sun coming out. Should have put an hat on really. Yeah, so should have really put an hat on. So that's it, guys. You know, just a little chat. I like to go to the market. Just got no budget. So please help. Please subscribe. Please support in the way of $1. Because, you know, really, to be honest, you know, I don't know what it is with a lot of you guys, you know. I don't really understand you. Well, I do. You know, a lot of people. You know, I see a lot of bad comments, and I don't know why you have to get the big one. You know, this is to a few of you. You have to give it the big one, and you know, I suppose you have to come online and get the big one because you're not really a big one in real life. But you do, you know, you make these comments about people, you know, when they're actually doing a blog and they're actually got a YouTube channel, Facebook channel, TikTok channel, you know, YouTube. This is especially YouTube. And this is not other channels. You know, you sort of like don't appreciate what people do. You know, you watch a lot of these videos for free, but you don't appreciate it. And a few of you have got to give it that. But thank the Lord, thank God for some of you kind-hearted people that actually do help support. And, you know, in the way of $1, in the way of in the way of $1, in the way of a book. And, you know, like I said, thank God. But, you know, we really do need that support. You know, and thanks for all you lovely subscribers, new ones and old ones. Please become a channel member. It's up to you. Now, like I said, I'm not actually getting out like I normally do. We can easily get up here on the bike. You know, so we can easily get through here on the bike. But what they do for some reason is they carry the sugar cane across. You know, sometimes they actually carry the sugar cane. I know that some are going to come out. So it looks like I'll get sunburned. Right, someone's here on a motorbike. Let's get them for you. Hopefully we can catch them. Let's stand. It's a very hot day. Morning. Hi. That's it, look. You can easily get this way. It's a little bit bumpy. Hey. So it's a little bit bumpy, but it's not so bad. So that's your shortcut. This way. Right, and it's quite nice coming this way. So, anyway, that you'll always get that in life anyway. So, you know, I just really laugh at that. You know, bad comments and things like that. You know, it just spurs me on. And I know I need to do a lot more videos. And I know I need to get into Mercia. But it's having the budget to get into Mercia. You know, we've got budget. Not most of the time. Now what we're doing is we're lending and we're borrowing and we're lending and we're borrowing. And all that's going to run out soon. So, you know, like I said, if I do disappear, you know, that's probably why I'm not online. Just ain't got a budget to be online. And the same with live. Anyway, that's reality here in the Philippines. When you run out of money. And you know, what I'll actually cover a topic, but not today. And, you know, about negative people. And I think I'll do that in another video. But, you know, you get negative people. And they're such a miserable, unhappy bunch. You know, you have to laugh really because you don't have to be that way, do you guys? Right, so let me show you. In fact, I'll actually reverse the camera. We're at the eucalyptus trees. So the big lovely eucalyptus trees. We're at the house. So that's them, look, they're lovely, these trees. Big eucalyptus. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's lovely. You see this farm track? When it rains, it doesn't look like this. You know, you actually need an enduro bike or a motocross bike to get down these lanes, down these country roads. You know, you really do. Now let me have a look. Enduro bike too. Let me just look in this grass. You never know what's in here. Right. You do need an enduro or a motocross bike to get through this, to get down these roads. What I'm going to do actually, look, I'm going to show you inside here. Now, I'll tell you a little bit about this house. So, I'll actually tell you a little bit about this house, what I know about this house. And I'll actually, like I said, I'll turn the camera around and I'll give you a little shot of this house. I actually saw this gate. I actually knew money lived here. You know, once upon a time when I actually saw this gate, you know, I actually knew that that's a widow maker. So that eucalyptus needs cutting out before one day it falls. Now, as far as I know, a lot of this land around here, and there's acres and acres, hundreds of miles, hundreds of kilometres. So this house actually, once upon a time, was actually a beautiful house. And it were a real grand... listening for a dog. And it were a real grand house. But it looks like they're demolishing it. And you can see it's quite a nice big garden. And according to form, actually, you know, the lady that lived here, she owned a lot of this land. And she didn't like a lot of things, the lady. You know, she didn't like electric cables. You know, she was quite an old-fashioned lady. So, see? So, you know, once upon a time there were money here. And look, see? And what happens here, look. Let me show you how nice is that. See that all? There were a tap. And the tap had come down, or a pipe. A tap had come down to this pipe, right? And then you could get a wash. Turn the tap on, get a wash here, look. How nice is that, look? Absolutely lovely. So, you know, you can see once upon a time, there's quite a lot of money here. You know, and like I said, the lady that lived here, she was one of these landowners. Oh, guys, I think my gimbal's going crazy. So that's it, look. How nice is that? Absolutely lovely. And you can see that's where they used to come down the steps. And let me just show you. I'm going to show you the view from here, look. The reason the lady had this beautiful house, because it were a really nice house, this, guys. Even 2 years back when I saw it, it were really nice. But, you know, looks like they're knocking it down now. So let me just show you. Try and get out of this sun, and I'm just trying to go and blow it. So that's the house, look. Like I said, I should have worn my hat, because the sun is out now. And I were up late, actually, this morning. About 7:30. So that's it, look. That's why she had it built here. See? So she got a beautiful view. There's all these beautiful eucalyptus. And that's Andamanum over there, Bacolod. And that's Mercia. So that's where that is. That goes into Andamanum and it goes into Bacolod. So, how nice is that? Lovely view from the house. Absolutely spectacular. So that's your lovely view, look, from this house. And that's why the lady and a rich family had this house built. You know. That's why they built it. So, like I said, maybe they're going to build a new house here, guys. Hey, look. Where the lady lived. I'm saying she was an old lady. Now, she was an old lady. See? Beautiful view. And there's 2 ponds down there, guys. You know. So that's it, look. Now, it did have a caretaker on. Got another lovely butterfly there, look. Right, so let's have a look. What's on TV tonight? Absolutely lovely. Yeah, it will be an old one. So that's it, look. That's locked. Might be somebody living in there. Who lives in a house like this? Ah, so that's it, look. Probably quite a grand house in its time. Like birds are nesting. So probably a lovely house in its time. You know, with lovely views out of the window. You know, absolutely beautiful. Spectacular. Let me just get in the shade. And then I can actually knock it up. I know it were going to get hot. Right, let me just try. Can't see it. Right, so that would be a lovely view, look. And I did say she was an old lady. You know, obviously, as far as I'm aware, the lady, she was actually born here. So, she would have been a young lady. And she probably would have had a family here. So that's a lovely gate, look. So it was probably quite grand here once upon a time. You know, and that's a farm there. Don't know if it were there were a piggery there, and they actually grow things there. So you know, this property is not for sale. Said the lady that lived here, you know, she wasn't exactly old. You know, she's probably a young lady, and she was born here and she grew up here, and you know, they farmed the land here, sugarcane, but all this land around here belonged to the lady of this house. And this house, you know, I'd love to buy an house like this here in the Philippines, a little bit closer to a road. You know, I've been here 3 years now, so I know what to look for, I know what I like, you know, so that would be it. Eucalyptus, absolutely lovely. Absolutely spectacular. So, you know, the lady, like I said, she was very old-fashioned and she didn't like change. But what a lovely, you know, what a nice place to be. Absolutely beautiful place to be. So, you know, and she used to walk a lot, this lady. You know, she used to walk miles around her land. And if she didn't like something, you knew about it. It was her land, you know, which rightly so. So, we're going to have a little walk. But as soon as I saw that gate, I actually knew, you know, it had to be a landowner's house. And last year, about 14, 15 months ago, there were actually a family living here. And, you know, I actually thought it might be the family's house. We had a chat to them, and it wasn't their house. They were actually caretakers. But there's no caretakers here anymore because, like I said, looks like they're going to demolish the house. Now, I'll just tip, they'll demolish this house and it won't be for sale. Oh, beautiful house. Like I said, it's not for sale. They're very, 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 very wealthy. Not wealthy. Wow. You know, they don't need to sell it. And like I said, they might be actually, so I was told this were maintained. So this road were actually maintained. And, you know, the old lady, as far as I know, she didn't drive a car or a four-wheel drive or a motorbike. I think what she used to do actually is walk on this road here, guys. There's another farm there, and there's a road down there. And that's the way to Mercia. A tricycle could actually, like I said, this road, guys, you know, in the rainy season, it's wow, it's impossible. On a motorbike, you know, it's like doing a motocross race, an enduro, just coming up these roads. So that's what she used to do. She actually used to walk down here to the bottom, and she'd have a tricycle waiting, and she'd go to Mercia. So that's a little story about the old lady there. She passed away actually, I think before we came, not a long time ago, as far as I'm aware. But you know, I asked about this house, and they said no, it's not for sale. You know, and I do actually know a little bit about the family, and like I said, they don't really need to sell it, but it actually looks now like they're knocking the house down, and you know, they may be building a new house, which is quite nice. Excuse me. Right, looks like there's some more guys. Like I said, I think a lot of guys have actually, if they're not working in the field, yeah, they work Sunday, don't matter what day it is, Christmas, they work here. Right, so I think a lot will have gone to Mercia, the Sunday market. And Joveline saw a friend of mine, like I said, I've only got one or two friends. Joveline saw a friend of mine, and she told me, oh, I've seen such and so in Mercia. Ask where you are, because I haven't been to Mercia on a Sunday for at least 5 or 6 weeks, and I can't afford a coffee, so that's why I don't go to Mercia. Right. Don't know what these guys are doing. Looks like they're having a party. I'll turn the camera around. It looks like they're having a little bit of a picnic. But what they might be doing is having something to eat. You know, having a little bit of food to eat. And then getting back to work in the fields. So that's the pond, look. One of the ponds. The other pond, it's not looking very good. See? Bust. Banking's bust. So that's the pond. Like I said, that's a bit of a piggery there. Check the previous videos out from 16 months ago. So that's it, look. Not looking bad now, the pond. Now we're in rainy season. Right, so that's the way we're going. That's the volcano, guys, the Canlahan. Because here, I actually know this guy. So he'll have been working, look. Morning! Looks like someone's hard at work. You need a hat. One of the workers here. Oh, and it looks like there's some guys coming as well. So let me reverse. Right, people walk this way, guys. You know, they come back from town, let me move. So I've got my wellies on, so I'm okay. So probably coming back from town, Mercia, and they have to walk. Morning! Hi, it's a long walk. So what they do is they have to walk. So they come back from Mercia, they get a tricycle, and that's what they do. Slow down. It's a KX. See, that suspension needs setting up. So that's it, look. Absolutely lovely. Right, motocross KX. Sound like a 125. In fact, it weren't very crispy. It probably go quite well, but I know the suspension needs setting up. And I know when I saw him hit that rain rut, I know as soon as that suspension went down, he needs to set it up to his weight. Yes, I used to motocross. Once you set your bike up, guys, wow, it will ride absolutely beautiful. And you know, thing is, when you motocross, there's always somebody what's got a lot to say. You know, how good they was and how good you know they used to be, but they never get on the track when you were on the track. Why is that then? You know, I mean, you're supposed to enjoy motorbiking, motocross, and it's nice to have a race, but it's lovely to come out here, you know, motocrossing and enjoy it, or enduroing. And you know, here guys, we've got hundreds for motocross, enduroing, off-roading, you know, we've got it here, you can actually do it here. It's absolutely lovely here to do that. You know, you can ride down the main roads, into the mountains, you know, if your bike will make it. But, you know, that's the real McCoy KX125. So your KMXs, your DTs, they just won't keep. They just won't keep with a proper race bike. So, you know, absolutely lovely to ride your bikes here. Right, we're near home, I can hear some music. And it's really hot. It's not so bad now, it's just humid. What do we have here then? Wow. Don't ask me what kind it is, I don't know what kind it is. Absolutely spectacular. What do you think to that then?